Okay, we're live. What is this, Lady Ada?
Hey everybody, and welcome to another weekly show and tell. This is your chance to show us, me, Lady Ada, Tony DeCola, who's special guest today, and Mr. Lady Ada, your fun maker project, cosplay, electronics, 3D printing, mechanical engineering, Pokemon projects, whatever it is that you're working on, we'd love to see it, and this is your chance to show it to us. So we're going to hang back, and you're going to do the work for the next 25 minutes. We do have to get out of here at 7:50, so you can get ready for the next
show. Speed round tonight.
So
we have a guest. We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we have a guest. We have to do a bunch of setup things. So please let us get out of here at 7:50 p.m. So let's go right into it. Pedro and Noah.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday.
Hello.
Yeah, so this week we got a Circuit Playground project. Really simple case. So I got the Circuit Playground board on my wrist. So this is just a simple like Ninja Flex case, and it's actually printed in 3 different little pieces. So Ninja Flex is that material that it's a little difficult to print with because you have to print it really, really slow. But it's really strong and flexible. This stuff is super strong. You really can't break it unless you like cut it with scissors or something. But I made this little bumper, and it has like a little edge here that bites onto the board. And then these guys here, these little straps, have little these little like I guess extension stoppers, so that when you press it down or when you pull it through the little holes in the bumper, they kind of stay in place. And then just to connect them, they have these little holes, a little nub, and then you just sort of snap them in together like that. And you can fit the battery like here or like underneath the board, which is really cool. And I've been playing a lot with the mega demo that I think Tony you set up.
Yeah, right.
You guys made an awesome work on this stuff. I really like playing around with the different demos. I think this was the audio demo. Hello, that was really fun. Pedro's kid's loving it too. He's like pushing all the buttons, and it's really great.
Okay, cool.
A lot of cool different demos on it, so I really like playing with it. And it's probably like the best way to like show off what Adafruit does. Like when I'm like at a dinner, people are like, "Oh, what's that?" And I talk about it, and it's like really easy to show off like what we do. So just a quick, simple project. That's this week's project, and most 3D printers can print Ninja Flex, and we have a guide on how to do so, and the files and stuff are all available to download. Yeah, it was fun modeling Circuit Playground too, so people can reuse it in their projects if they want to do that. So that's this week's project.
Okay.
Really simple.
And thanks for sending us some. We'll have these at the Hope Conference, so if you see.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll be wearing them in a variety of ways.
Awesome. Alrighty.
All right. Is that
Okay,
it?
thanks, Noah and Pedro.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be showing that video tonight.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, next up, Orlando. Welcome back, Orlando.
Hey, Orlando.
How are you? Unmute your mic and show us your project.
Hello there. So I actually saw you guys did a tutorial for something similar that I did. It was a team badge, Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of best. I actually did one a couple days ago on Saturday over the weekend. If you want to take a look.
Team Valor.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So basically, I just laser cut out of cardstock, the symbol, and then glued it back to a piece of acrylic, and then had LEDs behind that, and then obviously a little simple square wave oscillator circuit to turn LEDs on and off. So it was really fun. I went out and played. I think it was Monday night, and had a ton of compliments and so on and so forth. So people really enjoyed it. Everyone's like, "Oh, where can I get one? Are you selling it?" I'm like, "Well, not quite, but you can just find it online and make one yourself."
You can
All you
make
have to do is learn
one.
analog electronics and A-stable oscillators with a 555.
Yeah.
That's it.
One of the cool things about Pokemon Go is a lot of people are getting together and introducing themselves. It's a good like, hey, like, what are you doing? And so when we're out and we have all of our gadgets and stuff like that, people are curious, and you can convince them to go learn something. When we had the Firewalker sneakers, people will be like, oh, where can I buy those? Like, you can make them. It's like, oh.
Exactly. Yes, I really like your tutorial I saw earlier today as well. Be able to switch between the different teams, although I don't want to switch between the teams.
Yeah, of course not.
Actually,
Team Valor, all the way.
Richard is the one who did it. He's going to be on the show and tell in just a couple of moments.
He's just, yeah, he made it with a Circuit Playground. And he made it so he could change the team, but
Yeah.
of course, once you're Team Valor, you never go back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Orlando. Well, the only thing missing is that as seen on the show and tell sticker. You can email us, and we'll send you one, even though we're on Team Mystic. Okay.
Oh, all right.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right. Next
I'm
up.
a nerd. Okay.
Hey, Shawn. How's it going? Unmute your mic and show us your project.
It's going good, thanks. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Good. I'm just going to switch screens here. So I have a DotStar 240mm disc drawing tool.
That's fun.
There we go. The DotStar 240mm disc, an Adafruit product. It's just a large disc filled with RGB LEDs. It's great if you want to draw anything kind of circular or radial, but it's not very intuitive if you're trying to draw, something sort of normally, which is why I made the drawing tool. It has the features you'd expect. It's got a fill, there's a rectangle. Anything under the rectangle gets color changed. You can draw circles.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
Shawn.
that's nice.
I see what you're doing there.
But for DotStar.
There's a pencil tool for setting individual pixels. And there's a marker tool, which is just like a large pencil. There's 12-color palette by default, but you can easily add more in the code. In this case, I've added kind of a dark gray color and sort of a darker red just to give some highlighting. And you can change any of those over here just by entering in the hex code. And what it produces is down at the bottom here, it's just some code that you can copy and paste into Arduino. Basically, it's two arrays. One array of palette colors, the other is the array of dots, each dot referring to a palette color. And then there's just a for loop that'll go through and set those pixels for you. Now, I'd love to show you this on an actual working DotStar, but unfortunately the other guy who's working on the project with me, he has the physical one, so we haven't actually tested it yet. But I'm hoping that I think the code it produces is simple enough that I don't really expect any major problems from it.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Other than blinding you and all the people around you.
You can also come back again and show it off. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, super.
That's cool.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Shawn. Email support@adafruit.com and get an As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker, or you can wait until you come back and get 2 stickers.
All right, thanks very much.
That'd make for a great necklace. Just wear this huge.
Like a wrapper chain. Yeah. Clock. Big
Okay,
clock.
next up, Richard, who is author of one of the tutorials today.
Oh, wow, I recognize that place.
Authored the Pokemon tutorial.
But
How's it going,
today
Richard?
is at the world's largest collection of operating vintage computing.
Yeah, hey guys. So today we have this sign that we brought back from the Living Computer Museum to kind of give it a little bit of a touch-up. And I figured I would show this off. So this is something, Living Computer Museum is just a few blocks down the street here. And they came to us because they're about to do a renovation. And they wanted some help with some of the displays. This is actually going to be the sign that's going to be standing out in front of the museum while they're doing renovations. It's got the NeoPixels on the acrylic, which was done in our laser cutter. And then, I don't know if you can see in the back, but they're the wheels rotating. So this is supposed to look like one of those old supercomputers, like the reel-to-reels. And it does actually have some of your guys' continuous rotation servos that are on these little fake wheels. And they just randomly rotate in one direction and the other. And then aside from that, we just kind of took apart a bunch of old electronics and printers and stuff and hot glued them in there to make it kind of look more like a computer. But this whole thing was actually originally a refrigerator that someone was getting rid of. So turned a refrigerator into a fake supercomputer for the Living Computer Museum.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and then really quickly, I did just 3D print the Circuit Playground wristband from Noah and Pedro. So I'm trying that out. Thankfully, it got off the printer just before the show started. So
Okay.
I'm going to support that.
What's the term when it's fresh off the printer? Is it like warm out of the oven? Like what?
Warm out of the printer.
Freshly printed.
Extruded.
Freshly extruded.
Extra stretchy.
Extra stretchy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Richard.
All right, thanks, Richard.
All right.
It's an awesome sign.
Next,
/ fridge.
Hey, Scott, welcome back to the show.
Hey,
Unmute your
Scott.
mic and
It's my turn?
yeah,
Yes.
it's your turn. What you got?
All right, super exciting. I wanted to show you what I've been working on. I'm finally to the point where I'm like so close to having like the website done, the product pictures, and everything done that I'm basically going to show you. So
All right, world premiere.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. So what I'm doing is a modular microcontroller system. And the idea, it's kind of like Arduino Shield, so you may have seen a piece of this one before.
Yeah.
So that's an STM32F3, and you can see that it has the like high density connector that the Edison modules has. This is the 80 pin, not the 70 pin now. So what you can do is you can take it, and I have this other module, which is a cradle for a remote control receiver. What you can do is you can stack them.
Oh, yeah.
So the mods have the like mating connector on it. So there's 2 stacked, but it's called polystack because you can stack more than 1. And in fact, you can stack up to 7 of them. So there's 2. This board here is the debug board, so it breaks out pin headers for everything that's in that connector. And you can sandwich that also amongst everything. So the idea is that you get basically all of the I/O from like a 100-pin microcontroller package into this high-density connector, and then you can connect, all the serial stuff you could ever want, plus GPIO and all that good stuff, in a whole stack. And the reason I've been talking to you about quads is because I'm using it as a flight controller. So when I actually showed you this quad before, I had this on here. I just didn't really tell you that that's what I had made.
Wow. Sneaky.
Yeah, so, yeah, of course. So I've been flight testing this. So we're launching first as a flight control platform. So the 2 control boards are F3 base and F4 base. And then if people are interested, on my YouTube channel, I've been live streaming to no one all of the creation of an M0 control board, which will be an Arduino compatible.
Sounds great.
So that's what I'm using all the Circoms for, is they all go into this like high-density connector, and you can use all the UARTs you could ever want, plus SPI and I2C and all that.
Yeah, I love Circoms. They're so great.
Yeah, they're super cool.
They're so cool. All right, well, thank you for the update. Congratulations on your world premiere and on your launch. And yes, send us a link to your live stream account. We'll log it up.
Okay.
And we'll watch it too.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get back to it. I did a lot of the work before. One last cool thing is that, I don't know, the solder mask is transparent.
Yeah.
So you can see, everything is open source, and you can see all the traces, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. Well, thanks for sharing your story as you've been doing this, and please continue to do so. I think that's one of the best forms of advertising and marketing, and getting a chance to meet other business owners is when you share this stuff. So thanks for doing the factory thing and coming on the show and tell us. You get a sticker, of course, but.
Well, I'm super happy to talk about it, and I'm excited that I'm actually launching, so I can be more explicit with it. For people who want to know, the website is chickadee.tech, and you can sign up for the mailing list. I'll shoot an email to that mailing list when everything is ready for sale.
Okay, Rod.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks again.
Okay.
Next up, Lottie, unmute your mic and show us your project.
Hey, Lottie. Welcome back.
Been a while, you guys.
Happy summer, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have just had a lot of time to do some really cool stuff, and I've got my orange Japanese Nintendo GameCube here.
Well, cool.
Wow.
It's not hooked up, but I did my first hard mod. There's a Xeno chip that I installed inside, and we got this Wavebird from Goodwill. This thing was totally gunked up with like brown cake stuff almost. It was like built up sweat, but I completely took it apart. I cleaned the entire thing inside and out. Same thing with this thing. And it's got swapped parts from other GameCubes, so it's a Franken-cube basically. I burned some games to it. I've got Half-Life 3 on it. I've got my Game Boy player. It's basically the Game Boy startup disc. But since I've done that, my dad actually was at work, and he's actually got a few guys there, and I'm actually modding an Xbox now. So I'm going to be contracted to install some chips for people. So I'm actually getting some work, some hands-on experience with modding. And I got something really special. I got this at a robotics club that I go to. It's called Team 2471. And I got a hold of a robotic arm that I'm trying to figure out how to use. I've got one thing missing. It's missing a gear, but I'm gonna see what I can do with it because it looks really cool.
That's
Yeah, it's
nice.
kind of, yeah. So I'm trying to figure that out, and I actually just finally got a nice soldering iron. I got a Hakko FX951, which I am so glad. This is an early birthday present. Which, oh my god, I love it so much.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
That's like the best birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
That's
good score.
All right. Well, thank you so much for dropping in, Lonnie. Come back again, and thank you for sharing all those things, and congratulations on being 11 of the year.
I like that console modding is like the gateway to electronics. That's how we got into it, right?
I know,
With PlayStation,
Little
yeah.
criminals here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mischief is a good gateway to innovation. All right.
Yeah.
It is. All right.
Okay.
Next up, we're going to go to Roberto, and then Aiden, and then C. Scott. So we just got to continue
speed
going.
round.
Speed round. Roberto, show us what you got. Yes,
Hey, can y'all hear me well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this whole thing started off when y'all put out that LS31 FL3731, but like the one that's not a feather, which is here, and so I immediately wanted to have a name badge that scrolled my name across it, and so I ordered one and put one together and got text scrolling, and then right after that y'all put out the feather that scrolls text as well. So I ended up repurposing the one that's not for the feather as like an audio in, because I was curious at like how that worked. So this one has the auto adjusting gain, and it's pretty much like a voice activated light. And I ended up modifying the .h file so that the right 8 bytes was public instead of private. And so that was fun. And then so I was real happy when the feather came in so that I could get scrolling text on it. And it's using pretty much the code that y'all provided, which was really nice to know that it just works out of the box. And the last thing I want to show is the Quad Alpha, which is scrolling an arbitrarily long message, and it's just indexing into the 4 digits that 4 indices that are into the message, and keep scrolling. My next goal is to like have it network, because it's running off of the Huzzah. So I want to have like the message sent over the wire to, or the wireless, I guess, to the Huzzah, and have more scrolling capabilities. So that's my show. Thank you for having me.
Wow.
Internet of scrolling things.
You love
Thank
Green,
you so much,
and
Roberto.
Green loves you too.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
We're going to keep moving. Of course, send you an email to support@adafruit.com for an SE on the show and tell sticker. Idian, what's up?
Hey, Aiden.
Hey guys. So a while back, I've shown off some like OpenSCAD parametric modeling, and customizer programs that I've done for creating like customizable actuators or other parts for soft robots. But what I've created today is an OpenSCAD script that generates the mold to create your own custom O-rings or gaskets. So you basically put in the parameters as far as the diameter and the radius of the ring itself, and then it'll spit out these 2 molds, print them, put them together, pour it with silicone, and you get yourself a little O-ring.
Oh,
wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, nice.
That is like perfect for like soft robotics, because you're always like, I don't have the right size O-rings. A little bit too small, a little bit too big, a little bit too thick, a little bit too thin. But now you're like, it will be the perfect O-ring every time.
Yeah, so if you'll let me screw together a little assembly I have that shows it in action.
It doesn't have to be a ring either, right? You could like make other shapes if you wanted.
I know,
Some
but
kind of
O-rings are like
crazy-
the thing that's annoying.
Yeah,
It's like you have to always like go to McMaster, and they have to have the exact right one. And
Yeah.
then, like, what are you gonna order one of every 1,000? Like there's 1,000 sizes.
Yeah.
Only the Challenger stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of the
O-rings.
things that...
Maybe SpaceX, they might be able to use this.
I put it inside this little assembly here. Got a little piece of paper.
Yay!
As you can see, it creates a nice little airtight bond. And one other quick thing, just a kind of experiment that I did recently. This is a little mesh that I 3D printed, except it's actually 3 intertwined meshes that all printed upright like this. So you can kind of see them moving. You might be able to see that.
Yeah.
So they're actually 3 pieces. They're all printed together, and they create this singular kind of mesh. Haven't really thought of any applications. If anyone thinks of any, let me know.
Yeah, I would stop the Enterprise from getting to Farpoint Station if I were the Q. That's what I would use.
That could be furniture. That could be in an IKEA store. Like make a
Four of
base
you-
out of it.
four
or
of you know what I'm
something.
talking
Yeah,
about.
it does seem
All
like
right.
something that would be in
Ultra
furniture
modern.
that would.
We got another person that come in. We're going to try to get Tony. Okay, that's it. All right.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Next up, there was a person who came in.
They
and
left.
he's gone. Okay, great.
They're gone.
All right. Oh wait.
See Scott.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness, people
People are
keep
flying
coming
in.
All right. We got another person that come in. We're going to try to get Tony. Okay, that's it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's have Tony show his project, then we'll get to see Scott,
Okay.
then we got to get out of here.
All right, so I'm not the only person with a Feather ESP on their shirt. So I've got a little ESP. It's running MicroPython. The latest version of it added MQTT support, and I've done a few modifications, but I've hooked it up to Adafruit I/O. So real fast, I will light up. There's a NeoPixel wing on top of it. So this is Adafruit I/O just on my phone, and I will select a color, like how about the color red, and then when I click send, look at that, it's red. And if I change colors, we can go to...
That's happening over the internet, though.
Yeah, totally. So this is, I'm telling Adafruit I/O to send a message to this feed, and then my ESP is connected to the Wi-Fi network here, and it's listening to that feed through MQTT, and it's seeing this color change. So when I press that, it gets the new color.
Instant.
Yeah, it's pretty fast, because I mean, MQTT is pretty low overhead. It's got a connection
And Python
open.
is pretty fast.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing. So you can do this in Arduino and C, but this is Python code running on the ESP, and there's a little battery here, so it's not hooked up to a computer or anything. So really neat. Like MicroPython, check it out. I'm sure we'll have some more guides and things in the future. They're adding tons of new support.
Yeah,
so
we promoted their Kickstarter, and they said the ESP has eyes. Like they made that the official supported hardware. So like, it should. I'm glad that it works, but it should work because it's the official supported hardware.
So a couple other people showed up, or one other person showed up. So we're going to try to do both, if that's okay. Parker, you've got 1 minute, and then C. Scott, you've got 2 minutes. So Parker,
Unmute your mic.
unmute your mic, and show us your project in 1 minute or less.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. I hope
Okay,
it's not classic.
I got your TV be gone. I loved it.
Oh, right. We sent you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the TV be gone, but do you have BJ's in New York?
No, I don't.
Oh,
think
the
they-
restaurant, I think.
No,
It's
we don't.
I know what you mean. It's a brewery. It's like a restaurant.
They have a ton of TVs, and I was playing around in there, and this guy from the bar came up to me and just smashed it. Yeah, so that's gone. And
Let the TV be gone.
Do you want us to send you another one?
yeah, that'd be great if you could.
All right.
Put it in a metal case. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I've been working on lately is the old RetroPie project with the Raspberry Pi 3. So I've been working on that. I've also been trying to pair a DualShock 4 controller with it. Also, I've hacked up the code a little, so I can put like PSP ROMs on it, and this will work as like it'll think this is the touch screen.
Oh, okay.
For the PSP. So I've been working on that, and not much else.
Okay.
And yeah, I also got my 3D printer connected. So, gosh, yeah.
All right. Well, email support@adafruit.com. Get a sticker and let them know that Phil said it was okay to send you out a TV Be Gone kit.
Okay,
and
be subtle next time.
And my challenge for you is, put it in something interesting so maybe he doesn't know.
Put it on a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be subtle.
Or
and
inside of a cactus, so when he
and
smashes
don't
it hurts.
point and laugh, because then they'll know. It's like the person who's pointing and laughing.
All bad ideas. This is the bad idea section of the show.
It's a good practice for that.
So stay frosty, stay safe, but we'll send you out another one. Okay. All right. See Scott.
See Scott.
What you got going on?
Hey guys. Well, back from a few weeks of running around. The Kickstarter funded. The money's supposed to show up sometime this week.
Congratulations!
I have to pay like my $8,000 credit card bill of parts off, and I would like to do that by like Saturday. Anyway, so I've got boards coming in. I've ordered the switches came in, the jacks came in, all the mechanical stuff I ordered first because that tends to have the worst lead times if you let it get out of stock. Because
so true.
Going to order a reel of resistors is easy. Going to order 186 position dual pole switches a little bit more tricky because they have to come from Taiwan and get the mouse or wherever you get them from. Anyway, that's the status of that. I'll have a weekly report on that. But a few other things I'm working on. My first boss, he's 89 years old, and he is old school when he comes to circuit board design, and he still does it. You don't stop just because you get older. This is a single-sided board, hand-taped. He probably did this summer of last year.
Wow.
A microwave transmitter power controller. It uses, you see there's 3 repeated sections. It uses 3 of these to do a soft start of the transmitter power so that it doesn't slam on all of a sudden. And then you have an input control to operate the 3. He wants me to redo this as a double-sided board to do some shielding because the RF of the microwave is causing a little bit of problems. We're getting some noise coming in and frying the input stage of one of the op amps. I'm going to put some RF chokes and ferrite beads, and just the ground plane alone will probably be a huge improvement. But a quick Pokemon thing, okay? Two people are really good friends of mine work for the Pokemon company. Their names are Trish and Toshi Yoshida, but I've known them for 25 years. Niantic, who makes Pokemon Go, made this game first. This is Ingress.
Yeah.
And this is me sitting in my office, and this portal right here is the park across the street. I cannot log into Pokemon Go right now, but if you saw this in Pokemon Go, that's a gym. So I'm fighting stuff sitting in my office chair and in the gym across the street, which is kind of a major distraction. But anyway, my wife and my daughter, they take up the slack. So it's, you know, it makes for a good break from doing things like, well, this is, I may have shown you this before. I'm finally getting ready to make this board as well. This is my CS80 filter with some extra bits added. It's designed to fit into the Eurorack format like everything else is going these days. But when I get the first one of those back and assembled and working in the midst of building these Chrominius units, I'll have a report on that as well. That's it for me right now.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing the progress on that. Congrats on the Kickstarter. You have unlimited stickers and unlimited Pokemon Go, Pokemons. I'm sure. Thank you, Shawn. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Noah, Pedro. Thank you, Parker. Carolina. Thank you, Scott. Idian. We're here every week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Ask the Engineer starts in. Gone
smashed. Wear an our LED lapel pin and have it kind of a thumb switch controlled so you can kind of just discreetly.
Yeah, we got a tutorial on that.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
Also, go to CES and no, don't do that. So fun.
Turn everyone off.
Turn all the TVs off. Okay, we'll see everyone. Ask an Engineer.
Okay, we gotta go.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.